Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome back to another R-rated movie month review. And this is a 1997 dramedy, I believe, from Paul Thomas Anderson, not Paul W. Anderson. This is another guy. He does a lot of like art house stuff. And this is a very, very risque movie. I'm going to tell you right now, do not ever watch this with your kids. And I would not advise you watching this with your parents either. Josh, Anthony, etc., etc., etc. It is a 1997 adult film, no pun intended, Boogie Nights. Yes. New Line Platinum series. Now, why did I watch this movie? Well, I'm 30 something years old and I'm single, and well, it kind of intrigued me. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to show any nudity in this video because I want to keep it clean, even though I don't. This channel's not recommended for children, but I'm not gonna show anything. I'm not gonna explain too much. Now, this is the special edition of Boogie Nights. They call this. It's basically a '70s period piece in a way, just not, but with actors that were recent at the time. You have a massive cast. This has one of the best casts ever. You got Mark Wahlberg. This is before he was in everything and doing Transformers and doing The Happening. What? No. Yeah, this is before he did that. And you have Burt Reynolds, who's amazing in this movie, as one of the directors of, how do I put this? Adult films. Then you have Julianne Moore, gorgeous redhead. She's the Jessica Chastain of the 90s. You have, I think John C. Reilly's in it. Or you have, oh, wait a minute. You have Heather Graham. She plays a girl with her little booty shorts. Very, very cute. You have, the late, great, not C. Thomas Howell. What is his name? Philip Seymour Hoffman. He's one of the guys in the movie, and he's gay. So I'll just leave it at that. You have Don Cheadle's in the movie, I believe. He's one of the black guys in it. And there's a lot of people in it. Like, there's a massive cast. You have, here's some of them. Yeah, William H. Macy. You got John C. Reilly. I was right about that. You got Nicole Parker, and there's other people in it as well. But it's huge. Like, this is a really, really good cast, and mostly American actors. Yeah, so that's always a plus for me because I'm sorry if there were Brits in this movie. Well, there is one, but it's a scene that I didn't care for. So I'll tell you that. Let me get to the negatives to get it out of the way first. The movie is way too long. I'm going to say this. Thomas Anderson, I love the way his movies look. I think he directs actors very well, and he also wrote the film. It's really well written, but your pacing is way too slow. This isn't Lord of the Rings. Let me tell you how long this movie is. It is 2 hours. Wait, where's the running time of this? Where is it? This movie's like 2.5 hours long. It's like 2 hours and 35 minutes. This movie's way too long. There's a lot of stuff you could have cut out. Like the scene in the beginning with Mark Wahlberg's family. I know he wants to do something with his life. He's really young and he looks like the underwear model that he was back in the 80s and the early 90s. He's fine. Don't have a problem with him, but that scene could have been cut out. There's a scene that I'm not kidding you, and I'm going to try to keep this as clean as possible. He's in a car and he's whacking it off to a guy to prove that he can get it up, and that wasn't needed either. It just comes to a pointless scene where he's getting his ass kicked. There's a pointless scene where they're trying to do this drug deal with Alfred Molina, and he's in like these, I don't know, like shorts, and he's wearing a robe, and he's high off his ass. He's like, "Hey, come in, guys. Come on, let's get high. Let's do a deal." I'm like, and there's some awesome music, and no, I don't want to see Alfred Molina singing. He's better as a villain. He's underused here. You could have cut him out. There's also some random scenes of sex acts. Yes, I'm going to try not to say what happens, where porn star Nina Hartley is cheating on her husband, William H. Macy, and by the end, he's like, "I'm done, okay? I'm going to kill you, and I'm going to kill the guy that you're fucking, and I'm going to kill myself," which is, yes, this movie is insanely dark. It's pitch black when it comes to, that's why I don't consider it a comedy. It's more like a crime drama. Also, like I said, the running time. If you had cut some of this stuff out and put it as deleted scenes, it would have made it at 2 hours. This movie would have flowed better. There's a lot of scenes where nothing is happening. It's just trying to. It looks great. It looks like a '70s film, and the the whole adult film industry. Even though I'm never going to be a part of that because I don't want to get into drugs and get any sexually transmitted diseases. It kind of intrigued me. I know, no, I'm not a pervert. I'm not going to be like, oh, I like to see a woman's bare ass. No, what the thing that intrigued me is the way they shot films back then. I know they don't show too much. They're not going to show Mark Wahlberg getting completely blown and they show it on camera. Then this movie would be NC-17, and that doesn't count. These are only R-rated movies, but it's very, very, very raunchy. And there's a scene where Mark Wahlberg's like, "I want to fuck now. I want to do this now," and Burt Reynolds is like, "No, you got to wait a couple of minutes." Mark Wahlberg basically thinks he's invincible, and then when Burt Reynolds fires him, he's like, "Fine, fuck you. I'm gonna do it on my own." And I'm like, and he starts singing. There's a scene that's pretty funny where he's singing the song from Transformers the movie, whereas "You Got the Touch" and he can't sing for shit in this movie because he's like, "All the road is said and done. You never walk, you never run," and he's yelling, and it's so laughable. But the film, yeah. Let me just read the synopsis quickly. From writer director P.T. Anderson comes the turbulent behind the scenes story. See, that's what interests me. Of an extended family of filmmakers who set out to revolutionize the adult entertainment industry in the 70s. Not for kids. Trust me, this is not for kids. Idealistic producer Jack Horner, that's Burt Reynolds, he does a great performance here, has always dreamed of elevating his films into an art form, which it depends on your point of view, but yeah, some of it isn't art. It's just kind of scary. Um, when he discovers young actor Eddie Adams, Dirk Diggler, that's his poor name, Jack begins to turn his dreams into reality under the stage name Dirk Diggler. Eddie soon gives the adult entertainment world a star that likes of which has never seen, and the rise to fame has its cost. It always does, especially with things like this back in the day, because in the 70s they were trying to be more, conservative, and then the adult film industry was taking a hit, especially when AIDS took them over in the 80s. And yeah, and soon Dirk finds himself sliding through the slippery slope of sex, drugs, and violence like any rock star. The only question is, can he give himself back together before it's too late? Yeah, he doesn't die in the movie. Just to let you know, Mark Wahlberg doesn't die. Now, there's one weird scene where, yes, this is going to sound really weird, but he says, I'm a star, I'm a star. He looks in the mirror, he unzips his pants, and you see a fake dick. It's weird because you're not going to show Mark Wahlberg's junk. I don't need to see that. I don't pay to see anything like that because I'm not gay or bisexual. And yeah, I don't want to see that. Even a fake one of this, it looks fake. You can tell it's like stiff. It doesn't move. It's weird. And yeah, that's not a scene I would ever want to see in the theater. People will probably be laughing because it's just strange. I didn't laugh when I saw Dr. Manhattan's junk because it's a CGI one, so and it's blue. So I'm just like, eh. But here it's these are real people that went through real ordeals. And Julianne Moore is great in the film. She's very sexy. I love her freckles, and her and whatchamacallit, Heather Graham are really good together. They have really good scenes together. And when people are getting high and drunk, you could tell that this is not something that's funny. This is very, very dead serious. But I like the cast. This cast is amazing. And putting all the sex stuff, to the side and the drugs. Welcome to reality, people. In reality, people do procreate, and on and off camera. Just to let you know, that's how we're here in the first place. But yeah, it's a really intriguing film. And I know Josh is going to say, no, I'm not allowed to watch that. Of course not, Josh. If you saw this movie with your family, they would tell you to shut it off because it's like R-rated porn, but done in like with an art house director's point of view. But other than that, I think that the film is well done. The acting is really solid, the writing's solid, the direction, it looks like a 70s film. The filters and everything that they use, the camera work, there's no CGI in the movie. But like I said, it's a little bit too long for me. And don't tell me, oh, here's the running time, 155 minutes. That's 2.5 hours. Yeah. And don't tell me, oh, John, but you saw the Pirates movies and you like them. Yeah, but I thought the third one was too long. Even though it has a lot of action, it's too long. And when a movie feels long, I definitely feel it. Even if it's no matter what genre. Like, just get to the point. People have sex, they get paid, they do drugs, they do this. Done. There's a shootout in Alfred Molina's house, which is completely pointless. Decent scene, with the shootout. It's not a good stunt work and the explosions, but it just feels forced. You could have cut all of the Alfred Molina just being too casual and singing, and I don't need to hear that man sing. Can't sing for shit, and he has a weird porn mustache. I'm like, yeah, you could have cut him out. Sometimes he can work as a villain, Doc Ock in the Spider-Man 2, but other times just I'm like, why is he there? I don't know, but this is a good movie though. It's well done. I got this at a dollar store. No, not a dollar store. I got it at a yard sale. They would never sell this at Best Buy because of the subject matter. People are very overly sensitive with sexual content now. That's why when I put a thumbnail for this, it will not be anything risque. I promise you, because I don't want to. I want to keep this channel. I'm not going to show a fake penis on or anything like that in any of my videos because that's not how I roll. Want to try to keep it clean here with what I'm working with. But anyway, it is R right there. So don't ever show your kids this. It will scar them. They won't understand what's going on. It's really, really dark. And it's really well done, though. I think that, Paul Thomas Anderson knows what he's doing when it comes to directing films about really, really dark subject matter. Here's some of the actors in the movie. Beautiful black women, white women. Just and there's Marky Mark. I promise you, there's no pictures here of anything dirty because the DVD company is not going to do that unless it's porn. Yeah, there it is. That's Alfred Molina's porn mustache and Don Cheadle and Heather Graham. Yeah, and these are the rest of them. Yeah, really good cast. I was going to review this for May, but I'm like, you know what? It's R. I'm going to review it. But like I said, know what you're getting into when you're seeing this movie. It has nothing to do with Boogie, and it has to do with a lot of nights, but it's more than that. That's why I didn't see this movie when I was 12. I would have been probably having sex at that time if I'd seen this movie because I'm like, no, I gotta wait. I have to be more mature, and I was able to handle this. But not everybody could. But know what you're getting into if you're seeing this movie, and I would recommend seeing it alone. Don't watch it with a significant other or with your family. They'll just be like, oh my god. But anyway, why do I have it? Because it's a well directed movie. Anderson knows what he's doing. He keeps the camera still. We feel every emotion in the film, and the acting's fantastic. And this is one of Mark Wahlberg's really good performances before he went all mainstream and talks like this in every movie. And I'm like, sometimes it makes me laugh. Like Invincible, he was good in that, but in Transformers, no. He just doesn't fit. He's this really calm guy, and putting him in a 2.5 hour explosion fest doesn't work for me. I'd rather him give a performance and give a shit. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. If you see Boogie Nights, remember, enter at your own risk. Later, guys.